What do you do when everything goes horribly wrong? You start over. I started this shawl pattern based on a gift I received recently of a shawl that belonged to a dear friend of ours who passed away. And the shawl meant a lot to me. And I wanted to honor her with my own craft by making something that took inspiration from what had been hers. But when I reached the end of this pattern, it just wasn't there for me. I didn't like the way the yarn ended up after it was all worked through. I didn't like how much of the second color I had left over. I wish I had used a bigger hook. There were lots of things, but I got to the end and it just wasn't right and I couldn't keep going. When I'm joining the two ends, I tie a simple knot, one yarn onto the other, and another one, and pull them together. This makes them very snug. You can trim the ends, but I leave them until I'm actually working up this yarn again, because I want to make sure that I take full advantage of as much of the yarn as possible. Because when you frog this much of a project, especially when you've made cuts for color work, you lose some yardage. Because I'm frogging two different colorways, I'm wrapping one in a ball around itself and the other I'm just attaching to my yarn winder and winding it. I'll show you how I finish this off to make both into nice neat cakes at the end. Many people find undoing or frogging a project of this magnitude frustrating, but I find it somewhat therapeutic. If it's not what you dreamed it would be, it's only going to disappoint you every time you go to use it. So instead, take it back to the beginning and give it that second chance that it deserves to be the beautiful creation it was meant to be. Because don't we all need second chances? Even yarn.
I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. I met a young man, searching for glory. my story. Then I kept walking on down the road. When your time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got.
If you have ever had to completely frog a project, I want you to like this video and comment below, what is the biggest thing that you've completely undone and taken back to balls of yarn? Or do you refuse to undo your work and are just content with what you've created? I'm curious to know. Leave a comment below and tell me. After I finished frogging my entire project, I want to rewind all of this yarn. You'll see I start by taking my tightly wound ball of yellow yarn and I'll cake it. But I'm gonna cake it twice because the first time I cake it, there'll be lots of tension issues. That ball bounces all over the place. I'll be honest, it ended up in the floor just running around my feet as I wound it. Not the ideal place for a ball of wool, but I mean, that's where it wanted to be. But the second time I wind it, all those tension issues slip away and you'll have a nice relaxed ball of yarn. That tightly wound yarn, it's not necessarily good for your fibers, and having it in a nice relaxed cake is much better for when you go to store it. I'm going to rewind both of these colorways to make sure that they are in a nice, compact, untangled, and relaxed cake.